Hello, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm working on the seat for my 65 F100 in my backyard because I don't have any room in the garage. And I was looking online and looking at videos, and all the videos I found on YouTube are of newer seats like the 66 and up, and they have a separate spring panel that sits here that raises this up, and those were all the ones I found online. I didn't find any of the 65 that has a single layer of springs. So I was going to do a video showing you how I put this together, and forgive the mess, and that's the back. That's that. Back there is pieces and parts that I need to paint, to sand down and paint and get back on. But anyways, seat. So here's the seat. Here's the burlap. We're going to put burlap across the top and use the clamps that I got with the seat kit here, and we'll put those on, and then we'll put foam on, and then we'll put the cover on. So the kit I bought, and I'll put the link in here and tell you, I gotta look up the name. I got it off of Etsy. She did a really good job on it, but the foam came for the 66 and newer seat that has the second layer of springs, so it wasn't enough foam. So I had to go buy more foam, and I got the number 50, the ultra firm, because there's so much foam. If you have it, dirt bike, if you have it too soft, you sit in it and it's just this big cave in right there. So you want it to be really firm, and then the softer pad on top of the firm, since it's got to be so thick. And I looked around on forums and everything online, and the most I could find, or the most information I could find, was that this was 5 inches in a sales brochure for a 65 Ford truck, was that the seat was 5 inches thick of foam. One more thing I wanted to show you real quick is the hardware. The seat originally came with, it's kind of weird, the back seat, the back part of the seat is just held in with this that goes through with cotter pins on the other side, and that's what holds the backrest. And then there's a screw that goes here that you adjust to lift the back. So I didn't want to use the old hardware, so I went to Home Depot, or actually Lowe's, and I got new hardware and new cotter pins, and I have new rubber gasket. All of that came from Lowe's. Okay, so now I have the burlap wrapped around it, and I could have gone tighter in some spots right here. Probably should have, but I didn't. I didn't put a ton in because I still need to trim it. But I wrapped the whole thing around the top bar. Some people just wrap this, but I wrapped the whole thing because the cover covers the whole thing. I want to make sure the cover's protected. So flip it over. And I got to trim it, but I didn't go crazy with the rings. In case I needed to tighten it, I could come along and give it some more. So like down here, I'm going to give it some more and put a couple more and make it tighter, and do the same thing across the top, and then cut it around the supports here, and I'll show you guys that when I get that part done. So what I'm doing now is I'm putting the burlap on the bottom of the seat, and I had it upside down and pinned the bottom, or used the hog rings on the bottom, and then I flipped it over and did it on the top. Some people I saw online stopped the burlap here, but the foam continues up against this and curves over the back, so I did this so that I could curve the burlap over the back. So now I'm going to flip it over and pull it tight on both ends and go from there. Alright, so we're back on the seat. So the kit that came with it had 3-inch foam, but I went and added some more, and I bought the high density number 50. It was what is it, ILD or IDL, the measurement for the firmness. So this is considered ultra firm, and it's still pretty soft. It's more like a modern seat though. So I finished the burlap. That's all tacked down, and then I sprayed adhesive. This stuff I got from Hobby Lobby. The Ultra Tack. It works really well. I sprayed that underneath, set the foam on it that I cut to size, and I know I can sand that smooth, but it's very messy, and I don't think that I'll notice these little bumps because the cover is very thick and padded itself. And then I notched the back here so that it matches the angle of the frame, and when this squishes down to wrap around, it'll squish down like that. And then these are ROSTRA is the brand from Summit Racing seat heaters. So I put the frame in the truck and sat on it and marked where my seating position is, and going in between the two I did the same thing with the passenger side, so that way I have a frame of reference on where the seat heaters go. And then it also comes with the back, of course, so I'll be able to do the backrest as well. So this is tacked down. These I need to put tape down. It comes with tape. You tape down to tape it in place. And you can trim these, but I don't think I need to, because as you can see in the background, there's the back that I got to do with my cat sleeping on it. So I don't need to trim them down. I'm just going to lay them in there and tape them in place and put the cover on. So the next thing you'll see is the cover on, which hopefully isn't too bad. Okay, so my wife came out and helped me put the cover on, and I did not record it, so like a Nimrod, but it turned out good. And here's the bottom. You can see the hog rings down there and the electrical for the seat heaters. It's very comfortable, it's very firm. I like it. And then here's the back, and here's a tip for you, is that I bought the one with the closed back, which means that the whole thing needs to slide over this. So what I did, and I don't know if this will work yet or not, I'll have to tell you, is I compressed the top of it and zip tied it so that the top is narrow, so that when I slide the cover over I could reach inside and cut the zip ties and it will expand again. So I'm hoping that this will be enough to make it easier. I will let you know. So I wanted to show you the finished product of the seat installed, and it turned out really, really well. I am very happy with it, and it's very comfortable, and it turned out amazing. Emily did a great job with her upholstery shop, and I'll put the link in the video. Like I said, I went with thicker foam here to match what I found online as the factory spec, which was 5 inches. The only thing I wish I had done is tapered it down more here. I just put it there and squeezed it, so it's a little tight. And you see I have the adjustment screws out. That's because honestly I like it tilted back all the way, so I'm probably not gonna put those screws in. But here's the connectors for the seat heater, which I need to run under the seat, and I'm gonna put the buttons. I don't know where I'm gonna put the buttons yet, but it's got a front or bottom and back seat heaters, and it fits really well. Looks good. And the fabric is really good quality. I'm impressed with how it turned out. Very happy, and hopefully you guys will like it too.